Hello, my darlings. Tonight, I want you to lean in, because what I'm about to tell you is unlike anything you've heard before. This is not my story, but Tara's. A beautiful girl with beautiful hair and something even more powerful: the courage to let go of it all. It began in Jaipur, a city where tradition hums in the alleys and beauty shines in every mirror. Tara was the youngest of four siblings, beloved, pampered, always wrapped in warmth and expectations. She had hair that was the stuff of dreams, thick, jet black, waist-length strands that caught sunlight like silk. Every morning, she would spend half an hour gently oiling it, brushing it out, wrapping it into a braid so perfect it looked sculpted. And oh, she loved the compliments. "Your hair looks like a waterfall, Tara. How do you keep it so shiny?" "I wish I had hair like yours." Yes, her hair was her crown, her identity, her pride. But all of that changed in a single evening. She was sipping chai, books spread around her, when the front door opened. And in walked her elder brother, Brajesh. Bald, not buzzed, not trimmed. Smooth, gleaming, bald. I didn't recognize him at first, Tara would later confess. "I thought someone had mistaken our house for theirs." She ran to her mother, heart thumping. "Ma, Brajesh Bia, he's bald." But their mother just looked up from her knitting. "Han Beta." He said dandruff. "Cold weather. Cap. That's all." That was it. No drama, no panic. But inside Tara? A storm. Because while the rest of the family moved on like nothing happened, Tara couldn't stop staring. That night, something tugged at her. She tiptoed to her brother's room, acting casual. "Bia, can I touch your head?" Brajesh laughed. "Go ahead. It's not sacred or anything." Her fingers reached up. One smooth stroke from back to front. And that was it. "It felt like velvet," she whispered. "Like touching silence itself." But when I went the other way, I felt the tiniest stubble, like secrets hidden under skin. A shiver ran down her spine. She giggled. Her brother laughed. But something inside her shifted. What would it feel like if my head was bald? She didn't say it out loud. Not yet. But her eyes were glowing. Later that evening, she walked back into his room with a small bowl of oil and a sheepish grin. "Come on, Brajesh Bia. Let your little sister give you a chanty. You've earned it." He raised a brow. "You just want an excuse to touch my bald head again." Tara didn't deny it. As her fingers slid across his scalp, the oil gleaming under the dim lights, she felt something surreal, something forbidden, exhilarating, liberating. "Did it feel weird?" she asked, voice low. "You know, when they shaved it all?" Brajesh grew quiet. Then he spoke. "At first, yeah. Saying it out loud to the barber felt so strange. Make me bald." But once that first stroke hit, Tara, it was like shedding every bit of worry. Like wiping the slate clean. She massaged in silence, absorbing it, imagining it. "And if I shaved mine?" she asked suddenly. "Would you support me?" He turned. "I'd be proud of you." That night, Tara didn't sleep. I couldn't stop imagining the sound of the clippers, the cool breeze on a bare head, the freedom. The next morning, Tara woke early. She stood in front of the mirror, unbraiding her midnight black hair, letting it tumble around her like a waterfall. She washed it gently, her fingers soaking each strand like it was the last time she'd ever touch it that way. It was like saying goodbye, she would later confess. Like touching memories before they disappear. She wrapped it in a towel, closed her books, and walked out. Destination? The local beauty parlor. She walked in, heart thumping, voice steady. "Dee, I want it all gone. Not short, not a bob, full shave. Nothing left." The stylist blinked. "Tara, are you serious? This hair, it's stunning." Tara smiled. "It's just hair. But today, it's my choice. Are you still with me, my darling? Because what happens next is breathtaking." The first stroke. The sound. The stubble. The moment Tara saw herself reborn. She sat in that chair, surrounded by mirrors. But she wasn't looking at her reflection. She was looking forward to the moment she would finally let go. The stylist tied the cape snug around Tara's shoulders. Her long black hair spilled like silk over the white cloth. The contrast was almost poetic. "Are you absolutely sure?" the woman asked, still hesitant. Tara gave a firm nod. "Not even a single strand left. I want to feel bare, liberated." The stylist sighed, reached for the clippers, and set them to the lowest guard. A moment of silence. Then bzzzzzzzzzzzz. The hum filled the room. Tara felt her heart leap into her throat. "Where do you want me to begin?" "Anywhere," she whispered. "It's all going." And then it happened. The clippers were placed right at the center of her scalp, just above her forehead. With one slow, deliberate pass, a thick, gleaming strip of scalp emerged. The hair tumbled in slow motion, landing gently in her lap. It was like watching a waterfall reverse, Tara later said. Like everything that made me, just falling away. Stroke by stroke, the stylist worked the clippers through Tara's thick locks. Down the center, over the crown, around the temples. The hair kept falling like black feathers, cascading down the cape, pulling around her feet. Imagine it. That sound. The low, electric buzz against skin. The cold metal sliding over warmth. Every pass revealing more skin. More shine. More you. When the clippers reached her nape, Tara gasped softly. A cold breeze brushed the freshly exposed skin. The stylist smiled. "You're doing great." Soon, the only hair left was around her ears. The stylist gently folded her ear forward, delicately maneuvering the clippers around it. Each tiny bristle that fell felt like a thread being cut from her past. By the time the buzzing stopped, Tara's scalp was bare, except for the faintest shadow of stubble. But she didn't want a shadow. "Can we go smoother?" The stylist looked unsure. "I don't have a head razor, Tara. Just facial blades. But we can try." Tara nodded eagerly. Warm water. A soft towel. And then shaving cream. Cool. Thick. Whispery white. It was lathered across Tara's scalp like frosting on a cake, deliberate, slow, smooth. And then the razor was drawn. One stroke. Then another, wiping away the foam and the last of her hair. And now, my darling, imagine that. A blade gliding across your crown. Every scrape a surrender. Every wipe a rebirth. It took 20 careful minutes. And when Tara finally looked in the mirror, her head gleamed. Polished. Pure. Flawless. Tears welled in her eyes, but she was smiling. "For the first time, I wasn't hiding behind my hair," she said. "I was completely, unapologetically me." Tara wrapped her dupatta around her newly shaved head and stepped out of the parlor. The winter wind kissed her scalp like a secret. She felt lighter, braver, almost electric. But as she reached her doorstep, her heart trembled. How will Mom react? Inside, her brother Burjesh was lounging on the couch. The moment he looked up, his jaw dropped. She unwrapped the scarf slowly, teasingly. His eyes went wide, then softer, then proud. "You did it," he whispered. "You actually did it." Tara chuckled. "I told you I would." She walked to him, knelt beside him, took his hand, and placed it on her head. "Feel it. It's as smooth as yours now." He laughed, fingers tracing her gleaming scalp. "Welcome to the Takla gang." Later that evening, the front door creaked open. Their mother entered with a bag of vegetables. She turned and froze. Tara stood, head bowed slightly, waiting for judgment. But instead, their mother smiled. She walked up, raised her hand, and gently caressed Tara's head. "You're glowing, Beatty. Like the moon. No scolding. No fear. Just love." And in that moment, Tara knew. She had lost her hair, but gained her wings. That night, Tara stood in front of the mirror. She turned slowly, touched her scalp, traced her own shape, her silhouette, and smiled. "This is me," she whispered. No tangles, no hiding, no fear. She lit a candle, placed it by the mirror, and stared into her reflection. And maybe, my darlings, that's what we're all searching for. Not just beauty, not just boldness, but truth. And the power to say, "This is who I am."